Morning, folks. Big Al and I are here getting ready to start out the second week of West Virginia firearm season. It's Tuesday, December 1st, and as you can see, we got snow. Jerod's not with us. He had to work, and we're just getting ready. We got here a little late, but had to stop and get breakfast. But hey, it's rifle season. It's not like bow season. You don't have to be in here at dark 30. And we're going to give it our best and hunt here on our hunting lease. There's been several nice bucks killed I've seen on Facebook, on our Facebook page for the hunting club. So I'm going to turn this video camera off and we're going to get to heading into the woods. Stay tuned. Okay, folks. Me and Alvin separated. And I'm headed into a spot that I want to hunt. Like I said, I don't think Jerod's here. He was supposed to work last night. So I don't think he's here this morning. Of course, we didn't go and park in the power line right away. Okay. I've seen where deer's come through. Come off that ridge right there. The deers went through here. Alvin know that a deer went through here because he's headed over that way. That there's where he stands at. He's going to hunt this pine thicket. He's had deer come up out of this pine thicket several times. But with this snow on the ground, if the deer are moving, we should be able to see them. Hopefully there's still some bucks around. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody. Today is Tuesday, the 1st of December. Like Jody said, you can tell we have snow. We are on our hunting lease, and it is cold. When we got out of his truck, it said like 26 degrees. Now, he's hunting up in behind me a good piece on the right. I'm hunting the bottom. My tree stands up here on top. But I'm hunting this bottom because it is tore up. Tore up with deer tracks, fresh deer tracks. They're eating this bottom up a lot. They're traveling, it's really heavy. So, I'm going to sit in here, see if we can catch something coming through. Maybe a little buck, big buck. Medium-sized buck. I don't care buck. A legal buck. I'm gonna bust a buck. So stay tuned to J&J True Outdoor Adventures, and we'll see you in the woods.
Well, here I am underneath the pine. Just got set up. It's 8:20 and it's still snowing. It's about 29 degrees. Seen a set of fresh tracks. Told Alvin he was headed up where he was going. So now it's just a waiting game. So stay tuned. up underneath a pine, so it limits my field of view. But I know the deer travel through this area. So all we can do is sit and wait. So just stay tuned. We'll see what happens. Probably gonna hunt till about noon and then come out. Don't know if I'll come back in for an evening hunt or wait till tomorrow to come, but we'll just see what happens. I wasn't joking about it being cold out here. I've only been out here about 40-45 minutes. I've already had to put the neck gaiter on, the ball gun on. You can't sit long without having some warmer stuff on. So far it's just been wind and little birds, and that's it. I'm up underneath this pine out of some of the wind. The snow's got the leaves, or the limbs, laying down. So when I sat down, I've got openings to look through, but my field of view is limited. So I may end up moving to another spot, but I won't be protected from the elements like I am underneath this pine. This would be a great place to put up a blind, trim out some of these limbs right here in the front. But hopefully the deer are moving in this. This is the first significant snowfall we've had since hunting season's even started. It's supposed to get 3 to 5 inches. I'm sure there's at least 3 inches on the ground now. But we'll give it our best. That's all we can do.
Hey everybody, it's about 10:24. Wait a minute, no, it's about 10 o'clock. Let me see. Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. I've been in here since about 7:24. Maybe about 8:24 maybe. I've been in there a couple hours. Just checked the temperature. Temperature said it was 24 degrees. The real feel was 17. The wind is blowing. That's the wind blowing. It's still spitting snow. As you can tell. And it is very, very cold. Don't know what deer ain't moving unless this wind has got them burgered up and they're stuck in the bottom somewhere, or they're in the thicket somewhere and they're not moving at all. I don't know what's going on with them. I know Juddy said that he thought about staying in here until about noon today, so that's probably what we'll do. But if I see anything, I'll try to get on video unless it's a buck. I still don't have my tripod yet, but if I can see something and get it on video, I will. If not, and it's a buck, I'll show you what I get afterwards. So stay tuned to J&J True Outdoor Adventures, and we'll see you in the woods.
see I've moved. It's about 15 after 10. I'd sat for about an hour and 15, 20 minutes. I had to get up and move. So I moved out here on the ridge where mine and Jerod's bow stands are. Seen a couple old sets of tracks right through here. They've already been covered up with snow. They're not as fresh as that one I seen this morning. But apparently it looks like 2 deer traveled through here. We're out here in the woods enjoying God's creation. Yes, it's cold, it's snowing. About 3 inches of snow on the ground, 2 to 3 inches. Still coming down. In the low to mid to upper 20s. And windy. So, it's better to be here in the woods than be sitting behind a desk at the office all day. Well, I'm going to move around a little bit. Make sure I keep myself warm.
Okay, everybody. It is 10:25 in the a.m. It feels like the temperature's getting even colder. I don't know if it's so or not, but it feels like it. But I'm chilled to the bone. I have my basic layer on, my shirt. One of them, you can tell, if you can see it or not, is actually Under Armour. That's one of my thin layers. My basic layers. I have the bottoms. I have an Arctic shirt top, an Arctic pair of bottoms. I got my camouflage pants on. I have a camouflage shirt on. I have this jacket on. I got my gloves, my trusty gloves. And I am freezing. I'm just starting getting to the point that I'm starting to shake and get real cold. So I'm gonna get up. Sorry if I moved the camera on you, but I am gonna get up and I'm gonna start moving around and seeing if I can get warm. Let me do something here real quick. I'm gonna see if I can't do something to get warm. You can tell by my hands how red they are, and that's because they're freezing. Nice. But anyways, I'm gonna walk kind of down towards the roadway, then back up to the left. That'll take me up towards my stand. So I'm going to try that and see if I can't jump something or see something or anything. And then I might just walk the ridge line for a little while. So, but I thought I'd give everybody a heads up and let them know what I would be doing. So stay tuned and we'll talk to you later. Well, folks, there's my tree stand. Seems to be like in good shape. I'm up here on top. Come over here real slow to the right. I would be sitting in front of my tree stand. Go past this little pine. And go past that tree, and hanging right there's my feeder. Whoops, my feeder. So let me pan back out here real quick. And I followed a couple of deer tracks up this way. And if I'd have been sitting up here this morning, the way these tracks show, I'd probably seen about 7 different deer because they all come up here on top. I think what they're doing is they're heading down that way, heading in them thickets. So I might walk this ridgeline just for a little bit, I don't know. But as you can tell, it's still snowing a little bit. I'm tired. My legs are wore out from walking up the hill. But this is where I'm at. I'm on top where my stand is. Might take a peek over the side just to see what's over there. And then, other than that, I don't know. I think I see Jody walking. So, anyways, I'll talk to you later, folks. Stay tuned, J&J Trail Outdoor Adventures.
Okay, I'm back in for an evening hunt. It's 2:30. I wasn't even going to come over but one of the members told me one of the gates had been mislocked. The power company has a lock, and the way they locked it, they messed it up, so I had to come over here and fix it, or members couldn't get in the gate. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and hunt. I'm here, got my stuff in the truck, so I'm going to go in and give it another try. I just heard a gunshot to my left. Of course, again, if you had a Class N stamp, you could shoot a doe or a buck. I don't have a Class N, so I'm hunting buck. So I'm going to head back up the holler here and just see what happens. I'll take the camera along with me, but I don't have a stick for it or anything, so hard to tell what you'll see and what you won't see. So stay tuned. Okay, I've kind of made it to Alvin's spot. It's 3 o'clock. I just took my time. Seen a lot of deer tracks. But they were early because they're already covered in snow. And as you can see, it's still snowing. Just kind of giving you a panoramic view. Right over there is Alvin's tree stand. So I'm going to stand here for maybe 20-30 minutes. See if anything moves. If not, then I'm going to move on over to that next ridge over there. Watch that holler on the other side and the knoll above. Well, it's 4:30 and I'm back in the hollow that I started out. I'm just above the truck, but I'm on the opposite side of where I went up. Seems them deer come from down the bottom here, around the edge of these hills. So I've seen a lot of tracks, but I haven't seen any deer. I heard another gunshot 5 minutes ago across the road on the other side. So that's 2 since I've been here that I've heard. But it's still snowing. I haven't seen any fresh tracks. It's almost like they cross this and go over into the select cut, clear cut, and then I don't know where they go from there. I'd just be happy to see a doe, but just want to give you an update. This probably will be my last video for today, unless I get something. But we appreciate you watching our videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, hit the notify bell to be notified when we have uploads, and I'll be back at it again tomorrow. And then I'll have to work Thursday and Friday. And if I haven't got nothing tomorrow, I'll be back out here Saturday. So just stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Morning, folks. I'm here with Big Al. And we're back over here on the lease. This is Thursday, December the... No, this ain't Thursday. This is Wednesday, December the 2nd. And today is supposed to get up into the 30s. It's not supposed to snow. It is cloudy. We're still under a full moon. It is not even sunrise yet, but it's about 15 after 7. And we just got ready to head in. We're looking at all kinds of deer tracks. And these happened after I left yesterday. Let me see if I can show them to you. These happened after I left yesterday. They've been all in here. They've even walked in where I walked in. And they're going into, they're coming from this side over here. They're coming from there, and they're crossing the road, and they're coming over here. And in this particular area, it looks like they were looking around, feeding around or something. And then they go up these hollows. And then we don't know where they go to from there. But they're doing it early in the morning, before, I think before shooting light. So we're going to head in. Stay tuned. We'll see you on the next video.
Hey everybody, it is going on 8:30 and I haven't seen nothing. Of course, I've only been here an hour. Wind's picked up a little bit. Sun looks like it's trying to pop out, but as I was looking around, I did this. See, down here's the tracks. I stepped around these tracks and I looked up on the ridge. I don't know if you can see it up there or not, but right there, them trees with the orange leaves in it. Right there. Well, right back in there, see if I can zoom in on it. Right back in there is, sorry about that, folks. Right there is a guy's tree stand. What's back in there? And I was like, well, I know that this gentleman comes in buck season and he hunts, or he used to. I don't think he's been a member here for, excuse me folks, sorry about this. I don't think he's been a member here for about 4 or 5 years. Let me get a better view of it. But it has been about 4 or 5 years. But right up here, like I said, on the back side of that tree right there, you'll see his stand. Well, zoom back out, and I'm sitting at the pine tree right below it, but you go across this ridge, and you're just bebopping here, sitting here looking for deer, seeing if anything's coming in, taking your time like I was, and I happened to look over this way. And when I looked over this way, I thought something looked funny right through that pine right there. Well, now if I zoom in, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That right there in the middle, in the center, yep, that's my feeder. So let me zoom back out. So that's my ridge right there I bow hunt on. So I said, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, get my stuff packed up. I'm going to go out there on my ridge for a little bit, because the last couple times I was out there during bow season, there was a humongous buck out there. Body-wise, I don't know what his rack was. I know he was a buck. Come down that logging road. I couldn't get a shot at him with my bow. And then the last day of bow season, when we was over here bow hunting, he was chasing a doe. It was the same body deer, same colored deer, everything. But she didn't bring him in close enough so I could get a shot at him and see how big he was, rock-wise, which now I don't need him to come that far in, but that's where I'm headed. I'm going to go up there, sit down, and be up there for about an hour, hour and a half. Like David said, since it's getting down to the nitty-gritty, we're going to be moving from spot to spot to spot today, and maybe get lucky. So If I see a spot that I like, I get comfortable in, I'll probably stay in it for a few hours. If not, we'll be bouncing around. So stay tuned to J&J True Outdoor Adventures, and we'll keep you interested. Let's see, that little orange is Juddy. He's going to his spot. I'm up here in my spot, looking around, videoing up here. It's all clear and white and pretty. So I'll pick a spot and get back with you guys. Hello everybody. Sorry that last video was kind of shaky and bubbly, but if you look over there, you'll see my tree stand. I am secluded in the old pine tree that my stand used to set beside. My stand was on the back side of this pine tree. And I've hunted in this pine tree and underneath it for a long time when it snowed. Absolutely love it. And this is where I'm at so far. And check my feeder out, it's pretty good. Can't get a good view of her from right here because we're in seclusion. So, but that's okay, that's okay. But anyways, let me see if I can get it there just a little bit. That's it, on the right there in the middle. But back in through there is where that buck and doe come from. And back in through there is where that little one come from. And then over here to the left, them pines is where that doe come through. They harvested this bow season. But the road that I showed you that Juddy was traveling, go back here, which is that road right there. The one right in the middle, right there, is wide open. That is where that buck walked down it. Walked right down the middle of it. It was too dark for me to see how many points his rack was. I know he had a rack. I know it was a buck. That's all I could tell. By the time he got to me, it was too dark. He did go up to my left-hand side, back into the woods, but I couldn't see him. It was too dark. So anyways, I'm going to sit in here for a little while. Maybe be a little bit secluded, keep the wind off of me. Might run something to Juddy. Run something to Juddy. He might get back here and run something to me. We don't know. We might catch something crossing in here. Don't know. We'll see what the good Lord provides us today. If it's something good, we'll take it. If it's not, hey, we'll suck it up and keep on going like we do every other day, right, folks? Just be thankful we're here and breathing another day. So, stay tuned to J&J True Outdoor Adventures, and we'll be back, folks.
Okay, I'm out here at my spot. This is where we built my seat. There was all kinds of deer tracks back up along that old four-wheeler trail. So I'm gonna sit in here for an hour or two maybe and see what happens. So stay tuned.
Hey everybody, it is about 15 minutes, 14 minutes till 10. I've been in here an hour. The only thing I've seen is air off my breath. That's about it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mosey on up towards our knoll, which is straight out in front of me, a few hundred feet. I'm going to take my time, go over here, check the skid road to my right, see if anything will happen to be standing in it or in the thickets it's covering. Then we'll walk back around here, and I'm going to walk this pathway going to the knoll. Once I get to the knoll, I might hang a left and just parking it in there somewhere and watch this one bottom off to my left here. So just give you a heads up of what I'm getting ready to do. So I'll get back with you soon. Stay tuned. Hey everybody. It is, let me check real quick. Let you look around. It is 25 after 10. Made my way down to the finger ridge off the knoll. That's the knoll right up in here behind me. As you can see, the knoll goes around quite a ways. Back up in there. Big place up in there to hunt. But if you would go straight back up through there, behind me, and turn right, that takes you out to my stand. A few years ago, I shot a buck at my stand, a big buck. It was snowing, of course. It was nighttime. We was losing him. And he ran down this point here. And if I can get this turned in right, he ran down this bottom through all them pines, and there's a bunch of thick stuff down in the bottom. A bunch of thick stuff down in there. And we tracked his blood down in there, and then we ended up losing him. And he was huge. He was at least an 8 point. And he was wide and nice and pretty, and I lost him. But anyway, I followed some deer tracks to where I'm at right now. And I see him going over the hill here, going over to the next ridge. And here comes a tree. And that right there goes back up towards where David went. If you're going up through there and go around to the right, it'll take you out to where he's at now. So I'm going to sit in here for a little while. See maybe if I can catch one crossing, because like I said, the tracks are in behind me a good piece. But they go straight down over this hill. And when they go down over the hill, you can see some of them. They veer to the left, some go to the right, some go straight down and on over to the other side. So we're going to try it in here for a few and see how it goes. And we're just going to see if we can sit in here and see nothing. How about that? We're going to see if we can see nothing in here. We'll go that route. And so stay tuned and the J&J True Outdoor Adventures, and we'll let you know what's going on.
Well, over there's Big Al. You think you might be able to see him? There are deer tracks everywhere. I got over around mine and Jerod's stand, went down in the deep hollow. And there are deer tracks literally everywhere. I've found a total of 3 beds. But we're just not seeing any deer. They've got to be moving at night. That's the only explanation. I mean, our trail cameras we had set up over here. We were only getting a few daytime pictures. The majority of the pictures were nighttime pictures. So something put these deer into nocturnal mode early in bow season, and they've just stayed there. I've heard 1 gunshot today, and that's it. Again, don't know if somebody's hunting bucks or if they're hunting does. I don't have a Class N stamp, so I can only hunt a buck. But I'm not even seeing the does. I'm working my way down. It's after 11. I'm getting kind of hungry, and I'm sure Big Al is too. So we're going to head out. get some lunch, and then come back in. Try to hunt the rest of the evening. As you can tell, it's a little bit windy. It's not too bad. And the sun's finally out. I don't know if Big Al has seen anything. But like I said, there's deer tracks. Look at this. Up and down this road. And this is where I walked in yesterday morning. Some tracks are snow covered. You can see right there. That track right there is snow covered. But look at these here. And over here. So, I don't know what the deal is. If they were moving after we got here, we should have seen something. But we're just not seeing anything. I'm gonna hook up with Big Al. We're gonna go get something to eat, so you guys stay tuned. There's more video to follow.
Hey everybody, it is 1:45 in the p.m. We just come back from lunch. I'm in a new location. I'm in the very bottom of where I was this morning. There is nothing but fresh tracks and tracks on top of tracks on top of tracks on top of tracks. There's a little tiny creek in front of me to where they can get them a little bit of water, but that's where they used to get them a little bit of water. I don't think they need it now with all the snow that's on. I'm trying to get adjusted, excuse me. So, anyway, me and Jody seeing tracks on top of tracks coming in, tracks on top of tracks going out that way. So, we're hoping the temperature kicked up to about 40 or about 30, maybe 35, somewhere around that. So, we're hoping this evening, since the sun's out, you can tell, take a look over my shoulder. Mr. Sunshine on my shoulder. Maybe it'll keep them moving or get them moving. Like I said, if one comes in, it's just a doe, I'll try to get her on camera. If I can't and it's a buck, well, guess what? I'm going to shoot him and then we'll get him on camera. So today's no hold bar, spike, 4-point, any buck that is legal. Look out, those big L's after you. So stay tuned to J&J True Outdoor Adventures, and we'll see you in the woods.
Well, Big Al and I have been back in the woods since 1:30. We went out for something to eat. Decided to go ahead and come back in as quick as we could. We're going to stay in here until 5 and then head home. And then again, like I said, I won't be back until Saturday. I don't know about him, but seen tons and tons of tracks. Just hasn't seen any deer. So, I don't know, like I said, must be moving at night. Did see 4 turkeys. But we're in here now, the sun's out, clear blue skies, no clouds. It's about 30 degrees, 31, somewhere around there. So, I'm back underneath the pine tree I was sitting at yesterday morning. I'll give you a little shot. Now that the snow has somewhat melted off the limbs, you can see more of the area that I'm hunting. This pine is where I jumped 2 deer during bow season when it was raining. They were actually bedded underneath this pine. So just stay tuned.
Hello everybody. As you can tell, I have moved my position. I set my position, which was down over the hill, down that way, be down that way. And sit there for a little over an hour. And I felt I was uncomfortable where I sat. Felt I was a little bit too close to the road. Just felt uncomfortable. And when you're uncomfortable, you can't hunt right, because nothing goes like it should. If deer comes through, you're going to miss it. then you'll have 50 million reasons why. I don't want to have 50 million reasons why. I want to have that one reason why I hit it. So I moved on up the hill from where I was. So now I'll show you a little bit of the view that I've got. This is coming in behind me. And I'll pan over to the right just a little bit. As you can see, we're getting ready to come into a big tree. And I'm going to take it kind of fast when we get past the tree. So hold on. And, okay. The sun's coming through. This is on the back side of the tree. I see that's kind of a little holler and a hillside, then a flat. And you're getting ready to see a pine tree come on your right hand side. This pine tree kind of goes out on a little finger ridge. This little finger ridge goes straight down this way, goes across to a thicket. All this goes across to a thicket that's on the other side of the road. And that's where them big ones go and hide. I do know that. I do know they go down there and eat. So I'm going to sit in here probably until about 5 o'clock. Because I know Jody was talking about leaving about 5 o'clock. I didn't bring my headlamp with me. Because I know he don't like walking out of the woods at night. You know, in the dark, actually. Because of tripping and falling and doing other things. You know, these young whippersnappers can get out here and do it, but like for me and Jody, we're sorry about that if I moved it too fast. I am so sorry. Me and Jody's kind of getting up in our ages, and we have to take things a little bit slower and do things a little bit different now. So, Jerod, it doesn't matter. Give me my headlight. He'll be in there before first light. He'll be the last one out of the woods. That's my boy. I'm proud of him. Very proud of him this year. But anyways, I'm going to sit in here, like I said, until about 5. This ridge that's over here to my left, if I go up and over it and down the other side, that'll put me where the truck is. Now, I know Jody said that about 4 o'clock, he's going to start walking this way. And he said he probably won't get to the truck till about 5, so I won't leave out of here until about 15 till 5, maybe 4:35, something like that, depending on how I feel, and just takes my time to get around here. Hopefully I got a deer behind me, so that I'm dragging. So anyways, stay tuned to J&J True Outdoor Adventures, and we'll see you in the woods. Hey everybody, it is about 15 after 4. Whoops, my gun's slipping. Got it. It's about 15 after 4. This is the 2nd of December, which is Wednesday, 2020. And this is the 3rd day of the 2nd week of buck season. And I figure after today will be my last day until Saturday. Jody said something about coming out Saturday and not hunting tomorrow or Friday, which is fine. That's fine. Maybe give them deer time to regroup and come into us. But I haven't seen nothing, haven't heard nothing, haven't seen anything. So Jody said about 4 o'clock he was going to start walking this ridge and start back down towards his truck. So I'm going to start going up this way behind me on that ridge you see there over my left shoulder. I'm going to walk up that way, and like I said, I go on around this way and drop over, and I'll be at the truck. So I'm just going to take my time, easing my way around there and see if I can run into him, or see what's going on, see if I can jump on something. So until next time, folks, keep hunting, keep true. Keep watching J&J True Outdoor Adventures. Like us, subscribe to us, ring that little bell that's like right down there. And remember, keep your kids into hunting, fishing, tracking, whatever you want to do. And keep them in the outdoors, because this is where they need to be. Let them explore what the good Lord give us. Let them keep the tradition going. That's what they need to do. Keep them away from drugs and inner city gangs and stuff like that. It's not. I've seen it all. I've worked with them all. It's not fun. So, anyways, until next time, this is Big Al, and I'm signing off. And remember, I'll see you in the woods.
Well, it's 4 o'clock, about 5 after 4. At 3 o'clock, I moved out here just above our bow hunting ridge. I've been here ever since. Haven't seen nothing. I told Big Al that I was going to work my way back around the knoll, get on top of the ridge where I could look into the select cut, and I was going to work my way back towards the truck and hope to be there by 5 o'clock. Haven't seen anything, haven't heard anything. A few birds, that's about it. But this is probably going to end this episode of J&J True Outdoor Adventures for Wednesday, December the 2nd. Again, we appreciate you watching. Wish we had more excitement for you, but it's hunting. This is real hunting. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But please hit the like. Please comment, subscribe, hit the little notify bell to be notified when we upload, and share our videos. And like I said, I always try to respond to all comments. And we appreciate you watching J&J True Outdoor Adventures. Stay tuned for more episodes.